Thanks for tuning in to the Crossroads Podcast, your place for the latest news and discussion in the world of PlayStation, PC, and Xbox. Crossroads is a partner of the Boss Rush Network, which is your place to get a wide variety of gaming and entertainment news. If you're looking for news, podcast reviews, and more, head to bossrush.net today and see it all from our ever-growing family of contributors and creators. Hello. Welcome to the Crossroads Podcast, your place to get the latest news, events, and discussion in the world of PlayStation, PC, and Xbox gaming. I am your host, LeRon Dawkins, and here with me tonight, as always, are my buddies, my pals, my companions. What's up? Austin Campbell, the PlayStation Doctor. What's good, man?
What's up, people? How's it going? How's it doing?
Man, that enthusiasm. That's what gets me going.
I know, right?
Every week. I'm gonna miss that, man.
I know, right? I know. Like,
hey, what's up? It's your boy Austin Campbell here, PlayStation Doctor. What's up, everyone? How's it going?
I don't think I've ever been that enthusiastic in my life, but
and as always, the Stoy boy, the international man of surprise, Stoy Jovic. What's up, man?
How's it hanging, man? Wait, I gotta dial it up. What's up, guys? Man, I'm so excited to be here. Can't wait to talk about that little 20-second clip of Silk Song that we got to see. Boy, I don't even know.
Man, it's like this week has been on a fucking roll. I mean, man, when you say Summer Game Fest, this is a much different Summer Game Fest than it sure as fuck was last week. I will say that for sure.
I'm telling you, everybody stepped up. Everybody stepped up this year. When E3 was like, nah, we ain't gonna do it this year because we're lazy or whatever, So everyone said, okay, we got this. We don't need you.
I feel like this year compared to last year, definitely more exciting. More exciting for sure. But man, let's see, the Xbox Bethesda show part 1 was on Sunday. We had I checked out the Capcom show yesterday.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah.
Yeah, I went fucking nuts. Of course. I checked. I missed the first 15 minutes of the second part of the extended Xbox Bethesda show, but I did catch it all ultimately.
That's what I was actually watching right before jumping on. I was trying to catch up as much as I could. So
was there anything announced? Because I intentionally didn't watch it because I didn't want to see gameplay of too many games.
Are we talking about for the second one? For the second one?
The second one.
Well, we got Valheim. Like they Valheim, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like I've got this stuff written down, because that's what we're gonna cover tonight. We're gonna talk about the Xbox Bethesda showcases, and we're also gonna talk about the all new PlayStation Plus being rolled out in North America. We've got some really juicy stuff. Hopefully we're not here all night doing it because the Monster Hunter demo drops at 10 o'clock my time tonight, and I'm ready.
Oh, so
we're
we're on a schedule.
We gotta finish up early then, I guess. So
this is gonna be under a 2-hour show for sure.
Because I still have to edit the damn thing. All right, well, guys, how's the week been? How's the week been treating you? Besides all this insane gaming news, how's the week been going?
Trying to keep up, man.
I know. I feel really bad because I've missed more of stuff so far than I've seen. Stoy. I was with you and Pat for the EXP cast on Sunday for part 1 of the Xbox as a game. So
that was definitely a test for us because we'd never done a live stream
live like that.
Yeah, and I guess we were kind of mulling it over, and I was like, let's just do it. So we kind of put it together last minute, and I gotta say, I think it went well. I think just some sound levels that I gotta fix if we ever do that in the future, which I hope to. So
yeah. Firstly, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun with you guys.
You invited yourself as usual.
Did I invite myself? No, I did not.
I would love to be a part of that.
Okay, man, I did say that.
I did say that. I'd love to be a part of that. I'm going to set aside my whole Sunday just for this. So no, it was fine. Like I was glad that you were able to join us because it brings a different perspective, and it would just been boring with just Pat and I. So
well, yeah. Well, also, I think it's the first time I've done any other event besides PlayStation and PC with somebody else. I still haven't done direct with with Boss Rush proper.
I don't think I was gonna say that you'd have to get in line for all the people that probably want to be a part of that.
For real, yeah.
Boss Rush Network.
I don't know. I somehow was able to get on a direct one, so I feel like you definitely have a chance to.
Okay.
But it was a weird one because it was Ed, me, and Grayson. It was like no one else was available that day or something.
That wasn't for the indie one? Because I think Stephanie was on the indie one. That happened recently.
This has probably been, it may have been a year ago for all I know at this point. Everything runs together at this point, but
yeah, and also shout out to Grayson Morales over at he's with Game Rant, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Like I know he's a writer. He does Nintendo stuff, but he does something else over there too. And I forget what it is. But Grayson and I are going to be on the Pride Panel podcast. It's coming up this weekend.
I used one of his guides the other day.
Or I was going to say, does Grayson put out all the Mass Effect and Dragon Age news? Game Rant is really good for that. Like any tiny little bit of drop of like Dragon Age or like Mass Effect news, like they're throwing it on there, right? Front and center on their page.
Yeah, like he and I are kind of combating right now with all this Monster Hunter content because I still have to put up my everything we know so far about Sunbreak, which that's going to be a massive, like it's going to be one of those ones where you can spend an entire lunch break reading it. So get ready for that.
Well, that was a big Capcom showcase, so.
Right. Yeah. And we might as well talk about that in a little bit too. But first, don't forget. You're checking out the Crossroads podcast. We come see you every week to bring you all the rumors, games, discussion, all that stuff from PlayStation, PC, and Xbox. Crossroads typically airs live on twitch.tv/Exodus803 on Tuesday evenings at 8 p.m. But if you're checking out this cast right now, it's actually on youtube.com. So check it out, youtube.com/Exodus803. And this is all to get ready for episode 100. So yeah, have fun. Hope you're enjoying yourself. And guys, what are we playing? What have we been playing this past week?
Man, a lot of different things, but mostly one thing, and that's Ghost of Tsushima.
Okay.
And
did you finally beat it?
I'm not finished with it. I'm almost done with it's divided up into 3 areas. I'm almost done with the second one. And I'm doing like all the side stuff too, so it's taking me a little bit longer than if I were to speed through the.
So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Yeah. Now that you're kind of a good decent amount into the game, how do you play the game? Do you play the game stealthy or do you play true samurai?
True samurai. I'm no stealth. I run into any camp and I'm annoyed anytime I have to do a mission where it's like, hey, you have to be stealthy now. I'm like, great. I don't. Never do that.
I always hated that so much, and for me, that's always been the struggle is playing that game. Is that samurai, like obviously Jin Sakai's character, he's all like, samurai don't sneak around in bushes. Samurai goes head to head with people. So I play like a true samurai, actually. So,
I call out anyone that I can. I love doing the showdown thing because I like building the valor up. That's what it's called, right? I think that's what it's called. Valor, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. And so I was, I definitely goes full samurai mode. I'm really enjoying it. I don't know this for sure. I'd have to really think about it, but it might be the best PS4 exclusive. It might be. It's getting to that point.
Oh man. The question: have you started the Iki Island stuff yet? Because you don't have to you don't have to beat the game to start that, right? Like
no, you could be. I think there is a certain point you have to be past Act 1. So I think anytime after Act 2. Yeah,
I got the part where it's like, hey, if you get in this boat, you can go to Iki Island, but I'm choosing not to because I want to focus on the rest of the story, and maybe I'll come back to that at another time, but. If I really
Island stuff would take up a significant amount of time.
So it's like it's like its own game, basically.
Yeah, pretty much like 8 to 10 hours, I feel.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, because I was curious about how they handle that, because like sometimes like these games, like games that have expansions like this, is more just like like just bonus content, not so much like fully fleshed out, but I mean, it gave them an excuse to like reprint the game at $60 again. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna. I haven't gotten sick of this game, because usually, like, when you're in an open world game, you get to that point where like it's like, all right, I'm ready to beat this. I haven't got to that point in this game. The combat is amazing. I love the fluidity between sword and bow is like really nice, that I haven't seen in a lot of games. The parrying system is like perfect. I don't think I've ever played a game with a better parrying system. Like, it's very, very, very good. I hate that all these people kept telling me to play it for so long, and I didn't do it. I hate that they're right.
Well,
I hate being.
Well, I'm sitting here biting my tongue so hard.
well, don't worry, Stoy, because because thanks to PlayStation Plus premium subscription that I have, I'm going to be playing the game too.
Same. I actually just checked. I just looked and all my perks just the other day. So,
and that's the best part with premium. Now I don't even have to put the disc in, so I can keep my MLB The Show disc in there all the time. And then
always be ready. Just always be ready.
Yeah, no disc changing for me now. That's why I bought PS. That's the whole reason why I upgraded premium, so I don't have to get up and put the disc in.
You know what? Actually, wait. We'll save it for when we actually talk about PS Plus. Anything else playing?
So I've also played the Metal Hellsinger demo.
Ooh. I did too.
Okay, so we could talk about that. I'll wait on that one then for Stoy's turn. Oh, the other game I was playing is
wait. Which one is? What's the name of it?
Metal Hellsinger.
Okay, so this is not the Metal Max Xeno Reborn game that was a new game last week, right?
No.
Okay, Metal Hellsinger.
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
I forgot what that game is.
I don't even know what that is either, but it's a hard no.
Okay. Well, yeah, like so many games of metal now, like in their name.
This was shown at the Games Fest, if I remember correctly, and it is the rhythm-based first-person shooter that they showed. There was another one that came out like a year ago called BPM, which I'd never played, but this one had a demo, so I was like, I'm going to check this one out. And let me tell you, it's a cool idea. I don't know if I'm going to like a whole game like that, but it's kind of a cool idea to do it on. I don't know what Stoy thought of it. I just really like the music, so that's the reason why I was ready to jump into it.
No, yeah, for sure. I'm like all the artists, all the singers that they announced for this game, I'm like huge fans of all their stuff. You got lead singer of Soilwork, Trivium, Arch Enemy, I think even Surge Tangent, from System of a Down, if you like that guy. Mm-hmm. But there's a bunch of other ones I can't even think of, like Dark Tranquility, his lead singer. But I don't know about you, but I found it hard to kind of like find the beat.
Yeah,
because
it didn't seem like it was synced up. I was like, I don't know if I'm doing it wrong.
And I even calibrated it. I calibrated it. But like it seemed like they were trying to like that I kept like focusing on the wrong rhythm. And a lot of times it required me to, because at the reticule itself, you have those arrows that are kind of like moving to the middle.
Right.
And then you have to kind of like, it's like Guitar Hero notes. So you have to kind of go and hit the the shot button at the time that it hits that reticule or whatever. So I found it hard to kind of find what rhythm they were trying to go for. And a lot of times I'm like being swarmed by enemies and I'm still struggling to find what the rhythm is while trying to run away and escape. And like, so it was kind of challenging for me to kind of find what how to be good at it.
Well, I'm really curious. Like, one of my best friends plays drums, and I'm curious how he does it, and if he can like really get the rhythm of it, because he's used to having two different keys. Because you have to keep the beat with the trigger button the whole time, but you're also switching between your weapons as well as the stick. So that's the part where I'm like, I feel like I'm like tripping myself out. I'm not the best. I'm not most coordinated ever, in anything I've ever done. So I'm wondering if like maybe if a musician, because you get some musicians and they can do like Guitar Hero like no problem, and then some they're just like, I don't want to do this. This is it's not working. But it was a cool idea. I like the style of it. I mean, it's basically a Doom game, so you can't. It's hard to beat just shooting demons in the face. It's like nothing's more American than that, you know. So,
and this is made by a Swedish developer.
Yeah, which isn't surprising considering Swedish is like metal. It's like metal apocalypse heaven or whatever you want to call it.
It's metal heaven. They play it on the radio there, mainstream radio, for crying out loud.
Yeah. So, I played that. I played Super Parallels Baking, and then I played a bunch of the PS1 games, which we could get into later. But I also started Tell Me Why. I played the first chapter of Tell Me Why on Game Pass. Man, the story's so good, but I'm like, what? Why is Don't Nod not like getting better? Like, it really seems like it's not any better looking or better played or better anything than Life is Strange. Like, it doesn't seem like they've evolved much.
They had a game. They had a game that they developed right before this one called Twin Mirror, and it had like a really good showcase of graphics in that one, which was kind of surprising to me that they didn't continue with that same graphical quality in like Tell Me Why or even in Life is Strange True Colors,
Yeah, because that's what I was wondering. I was wondering if maybe they have two different teams, because it's like Life is Strange 1, Life is Strange 2. I haven't played True Colors yet, but like the Adventures of Captain Awesome and Tell Me Why all look the same. It's like they never really upgraded their system, upgraded their games, and that's a little disappointing.
They do do have two teams. It's like Don't Nod and Deck 9, or like I think they swap between the development of a lot of their games, because Deck 9 did Life is Strange True Colors.
Okay,
I'm actually looking it up right now. So
so I don't know which one makes which, but that's the one thing I was disappointed. I was like, man, the story is really interesting. I don't know a lot about the transsexual experience. I don't know anything. I don't know anyone personally that close enough to even understand that experience. So it's new information to me, like stuff that's going on. So it's really interesting. The murder mystery part is interesting, but it's like when you're going from those a game that's pretty much all cutscenes and like people dialogue, and I'm like, man, there's a lot of games that are doing it better than you, and they're doing everything else with it. It's like that's not even their main thing. If that's going to be your main thing, at least get that down. And so, it's a good game, but I'm kind of glad it's only 3 chapters, because Life is Strange did get long after a while, and so did 2. And while they're interesting games, they just seem to overstay their welcome. So I'm hoping this, with it being 3 chapters, it might be spot on. But
the 3rd chapter is pretty long.
The 3rd chapter,
I know that much.
The first chapter really wasn't that long. I was surprised how long or how quickly I got through it, and I was trying to make sure I got everything. So
yeah, the 3rd chapter is really long, like significantly longer than the first 2. I think I want to say we did a Talk the Walk with Eddie and Celeste. I think it was Celeste.
Yeah, Celeste is on those.
I'm trying to think back, because we did it like a whole year and a half ago at this point. So yeah, I appreciated the story, and I appreciated that like they kind of gave you a different perspective on I mean, it was legitimately the first game I ever played, as from a trans character's perspective. It's not like there's a whole library of characters that have you play, like that identify as trans. So it was definitely an interesting experience to kind of like see like how would you interact in this scenario if you got this old guy that's just like, hey, you're a she and now you're a he. I don't understand, what do I call you, a transvestite? And then it's like, how do you react to that? Do you get pissed off at the use of that word, or do you say, hey, we don't call each other that, word? So it was interesting, kind of to put yourself in their shoes.
That's what I thought. Transvestite. I guess I'm probably just a bad member of the LGBT community, as I thought transvestite was someone that dresses the opposite of their gender. I thought that was just what transvestite was.
I think the point was the guy was just misusing the term.
Yeah, he was misusing the term. Yeah, for real. Yeah.
And I think that's where that comes from, because I had we have to get I got cultural education at work a year ago about this. It's like how we interact with people that are kind of going through, transgender surgery and stuff like that, transitioning. So that is one of the first things that, they develop, is that, you have to kind of like mentally start to identify yourself as this other sex before anything happens. So, using that word transvestite to someone who is transitioning, it's like you're mislabeling them. At least that's how I was.
Or I guess you're saying that they're going through the physical processes, but not the mental process, which is usually the other way around.
The mental process always has to come first. And I know I may sound like a bigot because I'm a straight cis white male. I think that's what I am.
Yeah, but, cishet.
A cishet, yeah. But so that's the first step of it, where it's like mentally identifying, and for most people they already are. It's like you're like kind of like in a foreign body, so to speak. So like you already identify as this, so that's an easy transition, and then you kind of like go through the steps of hormonal therapy, surgery, all this stuff.
Yeah,
getting implanted six-pack abs like Elliot Page.
That's the craziest thing is like I'm playing the game, and there are things that like Tyler, the main character, will get like there'll be an option where it's like get really offended by what's been said, or just kind of let it go. And I have to like stop myself and think and be like, man, I'm just like let it go. But that's like I'm saying that's my nature. But like if I was going through that situation, would I let it go that easily? I don't know how I would react. And the only I have one friend who's non-binary, and that's the closest maybe like the closest idea of what I have to what this is. But I don't know anyone personally through that experience. So, but that's just kind of like, it's an interesting game for me to play just because of like, I don't know anything. Like all of this is like new to me, and like our, checking, like when you like look through the, at the beginning of the game, you like look at the calendar and he's getting like testosterone shots every week. Like he's got him like on the calendar, like ready to go. Like that's something like, oh, you have to do it once a week. I don't know how often you have to do it, and maybe you have to do it more. I don't know. So stuff like that. It's just totally like a new world. It's like a new life for me to understand. So, but, and that's it for me.
All right, cool. Stoy, you're up.
Yeah, I did play Metal Hellsinger. I like where they're going with it, but I hope they fix a little bit of the accuracy of the timing, because for me that was kind of frustrating to kind of try to learn and struggle through that. Like I wasn't having fun right out the gate. It was just like I really am struggling to kind of learn this, even though it was like an hour experience for me. But otherwise, I played Mario Strikers, and you guys heard me bitching about it on the group chat. Yeah. Like as I'm playing it, I'm like, why is Wario running around the soccer field holding the soccer ball in his hand? That is illegal. He can't do that. Look, Donkey Kong's doing the same fucking thing. Like you can't do that. This isn't soccer anymore.
I thought of you because I saw a clip where literally Donkey Kong just slaps the ball into the goal with his hand, and I'm like, what?
Yeah. I know, and I think I may have blocked that out of my memory, like seeing that maybe. But I was like, I know it's Mario. Like people out there, like it's Mario Strikers, dude. It ain't FIFA. Like I get it. Okay, I know the difference between the two. But I'm telling you,
hold on. Let me ask you: are you having fun?
I was having fun. Yeah, eventually I was having fun.
Okay.
It took me a while to kind of like disassociate myself from the simulation part of it, where I was like, you can't fucking do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. But then all of a sudden, I even mentioned this in the chat where I was like, I just drop kicked Toad and took the soccer ball away from him, and there's no referee to call the foul. So I'm like, hey, great, I'm going. Then I was like, okay, I can get behind this. You guys remember back in the day, Red Card Soccer?
Yes.
GameCube, PlayStation 2, Xbox One, or Xbox. Yeah, that was developed by Midway, kind of similar to NFL Blitz, where like you could just like body slam and body check people.
I must have missed that one, but I definitely played NFL Blitz.
Brian McBride, he was the cover model, so to speak, I guess, for that game.
In the bigs.
Now that FIFA's kind of like unleashed, like we're just going to be making our own games because we're too good for everybody. Fucking FIFA. But it'd be nice to see another developer kind of take the reins and do something like that again. Kind of cool. I got excited when during the Capcom Showcase when they announced that they dropped the upgrades.
Oh yeah, all the upgrades for
Resident Evil 7, 2 remake,
for 2, 3, and 7. Yeah.
Yep. So I was like, I haven't played 3. I played 2 remake recently. I obviously played 7 7 a couple times already, and I only played like through Resident Evil 3 once. So I'm like, I want to fire that up, and I loaded that up on my PS5. Yeah, got the free upgrade because I have the disc version, and that game is fun, man. Like it's really kind of the more the first foray into like the more actiony part of the Resident Evil series. At least when I think back to when I first played that game, like when it was originally released on the PlayStation, like it was very fast-paced, action-packed, and this one is the same way. But man, Jill is a certified badass, man. I think she's like my second favorite character in the whole series. Leon Kennedy's my number one boy, and Jill is right there.
I will say this. Jill was not my favorite character when back, because I played Resident Evil back when the first game was out, way back, before there was even a DualShock edition on PS1.
Yeah.
And when I realized, I legit remember doing this, when I realized that Jill's mission was easier than Leon's because she had than Chris's, because she had lockpicks and she got higher tier weapons. In my opinion, I was like, I stopped and I immediately started over with Chris's, because I had a funny feeling that Chris's story would be the actual canon story, which it wound up being. So I had a bias against Jill, for that in that first game. I did play both missions because you have to get the complete story, you have to play both.
Yep.
But when Resident Evil 3 came out, back on PS1, after going through that, I was like, okay, I'm team Jill Valentine. And so, man, Resident Evil 3 remake has just it was just a pleasure for me to go back through, even though it wasn't the same game, it was a pleasure.
Yeah. And I really like the direction that they went with Jill in this one, where she's got a little sass in her,
Yeah. And my God, man, kudos to Capcom for the freaking, all the character models looking the way they do and all that stuff, man. These people look believable. Nothing's a caricature. Even the monsters look like it could be something that you could see walking down the street. I mean, this team that handled the remakes for 2 and 3, man, they were on next level stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. 3 wasn't as gory as the second one remake, but they did an amazing job with. I mean, that RE engine can put in some work.
Oh yeah, for real.
So,
yeah.
But just those cut scenes, watching them in kind of like a more high quality mode, and just looking at the Nikolai in the game.
Mm-hmm.
He gets all his scenes are literally he's up into the camera. And he brings this intensity to him where it's like, okay, that guy's the asshole.
It was like watching what was the movie with Wesley Snipes and Stallone? What was that?
Demolition Man?
Demolition Man, yeah. It was like that.
Yeah, where every time he's talking, he's the camera zooms in on his face.
Psychedelic on his face and everything.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, all right. Obviously you're telling me this guy's an asshole. I get it. Okay. But just looking at the quality of like the facial animations, the facial structure, the intensity that you get, and now you're seeing it in a kind of more higher quality mode. It's like, oh man, this is amazing.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I want to, and this always cracks me up too. Did you guys know that if you got the Resident Evil 7 on PlayStation Plus, that you can't download the upgrade for free?
Yeah, you can't get the upload
Can you
for free.
believe the audacity?
Yeah.
Fuck off, people. Where they're like, I can't believe that.
I have this funny feeling. that, like, because what there was another game that, it was like, oh, you can't get this.
Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah, and then like a month later,
yeah, they changed a month or
two later. Yeah. I have a funny. This is them trying to squeeze a little bit more sales out of the new. Because I mean, like if you run. if you run like stores or whatnot, or if you actually go to the marketplace right now, the game is pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, like as a matter of fact, I think you can actually. I think if you go to Best Buy, I believe they have the Resident Evil 2 and 3 experience like in one bundle pack for like $40. So
which is amazing. Like they're both full-fledged games. I think Resident Evil 3 Remake is like maybe a couple hours shorter.
Yeah.
It's actually really short because Resident Evil 2 Remake, you got literally 2 campaigns in there. So 4.
I can't wait to play 3.
Yeah,
and can't wait to play 8. Again,
dude, yeah, and I can't wait to talk about that because I'll buy the fuck out of that game again, just for the hell of it.
I want to play it in VR, and I want to play the DLC. I'm like, I'm all in. I'm ready for more RE8 stuff.
Yep.
I might even play RE Verse or whatever.
I will not.
Yeah, which looks like it's finally getting a new lease on life.
I mean, great. Good for you.
I mean, everyone will do it just so they can be Lady D in the game. That's
especially like when they announced like she was coming to Resident Evil Mercenaries.
Oh yeah. People, I can already tell. Like people are going to be begging for her to step on their neck.
Yep.
All right. Anything else?
Pick me up by the throat.
Yeah.
Other than that, hitting my backlog, I'm just going after Tales of Arise.
Tales of Arise.
I picked that up, so that's what I've been doing the last week and a half. So,
okay. All right. Well, guys, I actually managed to get my hands on The Quarry this weekend. And I will say this: the game is fun. It's intriguing. Where I'm at in the game, there's been a few jump scares. There have been a few jump scares, but I mean, like the gore and the horror hasn't hit yet. So it's good. I mean, it's put together really well. It plays like a movie. It plays like an interactive movie, which I can't. I don't really. This is the team that did Until Dawn, so definitely they shot for the narrative experience again with this, and it shows. If I could say one thing though, I could say the pacing is kind of slow. And I'm not.
How far are you into it? If you don't mind me asking.
You know what? That's a good question. I really don't. Okay, I'm out of the prologue because there is an actual prologue where some shit jumps off. I'm in the first act, but I don't know how far I am in the first act because you switch perspectives of different characters pretty frequently in the game, and it's kind of weird because the perspectives change, and it kind of throws me into like, well, I'm still engrossed in the game, but it also throws me it pulls me out of the game for a second, because I gotta get used to the new character, and new perspective and stuff like that. So there was some progression. And this game is crazy about QTE sequences. So quick time event sequences and stuff like that. If you don't watch it, like your character is going to get hurt or killed. Just put it that way and stuff like that. So I think maybe I'm halfway through, or I'm probably rounding out the first act. But where I'm at right now, nothing has popped off yet. So I'm like, okay, let's get to what we were seeing in the trailer, because the trailer made it seem like stuff was going to be happening, but like I said, it may be pacing it or maybe how I paced it, because like there are surprises everywhere, and when I say surprises, there are things that you can find. There's so I accidentally discovered a tarot card. There's tarot cards in the game. And the very first one I found, I think you were just supposed to find it. I think it was one of those things. If you just happen to look in the right place, like you find it, and it's But the tarot cards, when you get to an intermission, actually, wait, you know what? I'm in chapter 2. Yeah. So prologue, chapter 1, chapter 2. I'm in chapter 2 because at the end of a chapter, you wind up like think of like the Dark Pictures games, the Man of Medan, stuff like that. Like when you get to a certain point, you get to like the person that's supposed to be narrating or telling the story and stuff like that. Yeah, same thing kind of applies in this game. If you found a tarot card, this person will actually read the card, and then you'll get a glimmer of something that's going to happen in the next chapter. And so I got the tarot card. I got a glimmer of what happens in the next chapter, and it was funny because I was prepared for it, and it looks so innocuous when you get like this little glimmer of what's going to happen. It looks so innocuous, but like I was like, oh, this is going to happen. I can't do this. Yeah. So
I was like, Until Dawn had like the tiki statues or something like that. I can't remember what you picked
Until
up.
Dawn had the. Yeah, I think in some of the other ones, the Man of Medan
pieces of the totem.
Yeah, you could actually like kind of see a little glimpse of the future. Yeah.
Okay. So kind of going. Okay, so all these games have that same vibe. Okay, it's cool. But the Quarry is good, man, and the acting talent in the Quarry. Oh my god! Like
Brenda Song's in it. That's all I need to know.
They did not skimp on this budget. Hold on, I'm pulling it up right now. Because we got David Arquette.
David Arquette is in this. Yeah,
David Arquette, Lance Henriksen is in this. Let me see. Ted Raimi. Brenda Song, Evan Evagora, which people aren't familiar with him. Like just watch Star Trek Picard. Let me see. Ethan Suplee's in this game. So there's
they've got Suplee.
Ariel Winter's in here. Justice Smith from Detective Pikachu. Like they've got a really rounded out cast of characters. It's crazy. So I mean they blew the budget alone on just like the acting talent of the game because I know Until Dawn had a few notable people in it as well, like Brett Dalton from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and a couple of others and stuff like that.
Yeah, Hayden Panettiere and Rami Malek.
Yep. That was his breakout performance. That was the first time I ever heard of Rami Malek.
Really? You never watched Mr. Roboto?
No, I mean I guess once I figured out put two and two together, but
okay.
Yeah, he was he uttered the famous line, "You're gonna take her to Bone Town." In Until Dawn.
I first saw him at 9 the Museum 2 or 3.
Yeah,
one
that's
of
right.
them.
He was the.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, and of course I'm still doing a thing in Mass Effect. I'm inching closer. Like I started throwing some mods on because I had to throw a mod on because like when you get to a certain point, like the council will just hit you up and be like, hey, like go to what's the planet where the Krogan experiments at Vermeer.
Yeah.
Like you get to a certain point, like you don't even have to like complete like the 3 required things you're supposed to do. The council will be like, hey, go to Vermeer and stuff like that. I found a mod that suppresses that until like you actually get through like the original assignments they give you first. Because a lot of people like when they first played that game, they screwed that up because they went to Vermeer and they didn't have everybody's loyalty missions done. And that's the part that screwed a lot of people over. And, that's how Rex winds up getting killed. Spoiler alert. Actually,
Vermeer, if you take him out. If you take him out.
Yeah. Well,
see, like, I have always been the type of person, like, say, for example, playing Ghost of Tsushima, I cleaned up as much as I could before I knew, like, this looks like a final mission.
Yeah, that point of no return.
Yeah. Yep. So I try to clean up as much as I possibly can. Before and I always loved it like nowadays where like the game will actually give you a warning to say, hey, this is a point of no return. Make sure all your shit's in order. So
for real. But the good news is Stoy, I do have everybody's loyalty missions available now to actually get done. So like I'm getting a chunk of the way through this game now. And of course, dude, like the admiral that fucking does a surprise inspection on the damn Normandy, like man, like, oh, Stoy, I don't know if you're gonna be mad at me, if you're gonna like pat me on the back. I did not punch the journalist.
No, I'm proud of you. Actually, you issued restraint. You were an adult.
Yeah, Admiral Hackett dressed me down though because I told him about Saren. He dressed me down on that one, but
Yeah. Because when you punch that reporter, like Admiral Hackett comes by, he's like, "Well done, soldier."
It's like he either pats you on the back for like putting someone in their place, or he slaps you because you gave out classified secrets.
Yeah.
Oh man, but it's a trip, and I'm having fun. That's it for me though. So I guess we can go ahead and start talking about the notable games coming out this week because we really need to like start breaking into the showcases and all that stuff this week.
We got Monster Hunter in 1 hour.
Yeah, we do. That Monster Hunter demo. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. I am not playing around tonight. All right. So here are the new games coming to PlayStation, PC, and Xbox this week. The week of the 13th of June to the 19th of June. All right. So I'm gonna make this really fast. Usually I talk a little bit more about this stuff, but like I said, we got things to do this week. So coming out today on the 14th of June was Vampire the Masquerade for the Xbox Series consoles. It finally debuted on Xbox Series consoles. It was the only console that was missed. It's already available for PS5, PS4, and PCs. Got this wild game called Crazy Chicken Extreme on every. Well, actually, this is only for PS5 and PS4. So right now it's PlayStation exclusive. The Hand of Merlin drops for for all systems, as well as Zorro the Chronicles for all systems, and then the Neverwinter Dragon Slayer expansion hits PC, PS4, and Xbox One. And Austin, here's a game that might be up your alley: Lumberjack for Xbox Series X and PC.
Why would you think it's for me? LeRon? What gives it away?
Just go look it up. If you don't know anything about it, just go look it up. Okay. All right, but the day of the week that everybody's waiting for is the 16th of June because dropping for PlayStation 4, PC, and Xbox One is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge. Yes.
And thank God for Game Pass because I will be playing it day one.
You know what I did? I pre-ordered the limited run collector's edition with the steelbook.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
on the Xbox.
That's a $70 one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I just wanted that one. I didn't want the whole like fucking VHS thing, whatever. Oh no, this is the VHS copy.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't look that stuff up. I was like, it takes a lot for me to get like limited or collector's edition games.
I was sitting there and I was like on Limited Run's website and every edition was available, which I was shocked at. And I was like, oh, which one should I do? Should I go? Because I'm gonna buy it digitally on the Switch, and then I'm like, okay, so it's PS5 or Xbox. I'll go for Xbox. A day after that, they just announced that, oh yeah, it's coming out to Game Pass. I'm like, oh, that's wonderful.
That sucks. That's
okay. That's okay. I don't mind paying money for that game.
I'm curious though. Why would they Game Pass this game? Though? I'm curious.
I mean, why wouldn't you at this point? Yeah. A lot of people were getting it. I personally plan on buying it on PS5 eventually. I want a physical copy of this game because I'm very excited for it. But
yeah,
I'm glad it's coming to Game Pass so I don't have to spend the money right now. I can just play it right now.
And also, out of curiosity, where's the Switch edition?
What do you mean?
It should be out on Switch.
Wait, according to my listing, it should be on Switch. According to my listing, it was PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Did I miss something?
Yeah, you missed something. It's coming out on the Switch.
Okay. All right. Well, never mind. Take back what I said. I was going to say this game is going to print money, which is why I was also questioning why it's on Game Pass. This game's going to print money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, this game's going to print money if it's done right. Let's put it that way. Because
it's going to print money for all dudes over 35, basically.
Yeah. Oh, for real. Yeah. Man. I'm so. I knew they were going to do it.
This gets that little tickle. If you're 35 and older and you're watching this game, you're going to get that little tickle. Right.
Yeah. Shoot, it's not even that. It's younger than that.
Yeah. But that little taint tickle that you're getting, that's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge. Shredder's poking you with his little arm claws.
Ooh. Yeah, but also
walking all over you.
Yeah, it goes without saying though, we knew he was going to jump in here, but Casey Jones,
hell yeah.
That's it. That's the word right there. Also on the 16th of June, we got the Gardens Between for PlayStation 5, PC, and Xbox One. We've also got Deadcraft. It came from Beyond the Junkyard for all systems. Redfall. I'm sorry, Redfall.
Redout. Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, Redout 2 is also available. Is also coming out on all systems on the 16th. And then
it should be F-Zero. That game should be F-Zero. Honestly, if Nintendo were to just hand, them the F-Zero license and just say, make us an F-Zero game, it'd be amazing.
It'd be great.
Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. And then rounding out this week on the 17th of June, we have Final Vendetta for PS5, PS4, PC, and Xbox One. Now, this is the week for beat 'em ups because Final Vendetta, if you look at it, it is basically Streets of Rage.
Streets of Rage 5, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Or Streets of Rage 1.5 or whatever.
It's I'm sitting here like .emu is going to sue for this one.
May have to jump on that too.
Yep. And Zengion's coming for PS4 and PC. And we got Omori for PS4 and PC as well. Then we got Oxide Room 104 for all systems, so PS5, PS4, PC, Xbox Series, and Xbox One. And then last but not least is Deep Diving Adventures for Xbox One and PC. Man, this is a week. But you know what? I already told you what I'm getting this week. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's it. That's the only game I'm thinking about this week.
That is the only game.
I feel bad for Redout because I want to get Redout and I'm going to get Redout, but
Corey's gonna do a let's play. Not a group event for that at the end of the week, and I'm gonna have to see if I can jump in on this.
Yeah, if you're any game but the Ninja Turtle game this week, you messed up. You picked the wrong week to release your game.
Yeah, for real.
Well, I mean, they did just spring this date on us last week, so
I know, right? I know. I was thinking we probably had a little bit more time to go than this, but
this is why Starfield got pushed back. Is because they didn't know when the Ninja Turtles
you can't compete with Ninja Turtles. You got this one, and then who knows when Cowabunga Collection's coming out? Who's going to compete with that?
Yeah.
Everybody's like, we got to push our game out to 2023, guys. There's no way.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's our demographic for this game? 35-year-old men. Ah, shit.
Well, that's who's spending all the money.
Yep.
All right.
We have all the disposable income in the planet.
All right. Well, there you have this week. That's this week's releases. So hit us up on the Discord, the Facebook group. Let us know what you plan on grabbing first. And remember, all release dates are subject to change. So as I've always said, please do not come at us in the comments or on social media and stuff like that because
do it.
We don't control when these games come out. Okay.
I want that hate mail. I want you to come at us and be like,
the Stoy's ready to kick somebody in the taint. That's all.
No. Just a light little tap. Like, hey, we don't control release dates. Just a little poke. That's it. Just to remind you.
All right, everyone.
If you were to pick a Ninja Turtle weapon to touch your taint, which one would you pick, Stoy?
Probably Michelangelo's, the nunchucks.
You get double action.
It feels like it would hurt less.
Yeah, it's not pointy.
Yeah, and it's not like a bamboo stick for crying out loud, Can you imagine getting smacked in the taint with a bamboo stick?
Oh.
Can't imagine.
Or even like a hockey stick. Like Casey Jones comes at you from behind and just smacks you in the taint with his hockey stick. Get out of here. Ugh.
Is April a playable character in this game?
Absolutely, she is.
Yeah, you've got.
What does she use?
The four bare hands.
Bare hands, bro. She don't need a weapon. She's the most powerful Ninja Turtle out of all of them.
No shell, no hand, or no weapons.
Yeah.
The only thing she's carrying is her microphone.
Yeah, so you got the four turtles. You got Splinter, you got April, and then you got Casey Jones.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait.
Neither can I. God, it's such a loaded week, man. Like the Monster Hunter demo drops tonight. Then we got Ninja Turtles on Thursday.
That's how I know you're not going to be playing Ninja Turtles.
Well, it's a demo.
That's the only reason why he's not going to be playing Ninja Turtles.
It's a demo. There's only but so much you can do in the demo. It's not like
it's not the whole thing.
It's not the whole thing. The whole thing comes out on the 30th.
Oh, okay.
Which I already got my pre-order for that. Okay. I already got my pre-order deluxe edition.
Oh.
Yeah, we're good to go.
You got some time.
All right, guys.
You'll be all right.
Yep, I got some time. Yeah, They put this out. They put this out early enough, so like they can get some money off of it because they know the Monster Hunter nerds are going to definitely exfiltrate.
Right.
Exfiltrate.
Yeah, because I mean, let's be serious. Let's be serious. The same people who are playing Monster Hunter are going to be playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I mean, I'm not, but
all right. Well, it's time to start talking about this showcase, about these showcases, because man, so much stuff. Jeez.
Yeah.
So if you guys were not aware, Microsoft put on 2 showcases over the last 3 days, showing off everything that's planned for the near future for the for just
for the
Xbox
next 12 months.
Yeah, for the next 12 months. Yeah. So Stoy, like I said earlier, you, me, and Pat were watching this thing live, and man, there were some surprise moments, and there were some what the fuck moments, and yeah.
Overall, I think it was a really good showing.
Yeah, I believe so too. Like it's a high B+ or a really low A- for me. Like they did pretty good because like I said when we were wrapping up EXP Cast live reaction event for it, I was like they finally it was show and tell. They finally told us stuff and didn't do a lot of showing. And let me explain that because it does sound a little bit confusing. Telling is for me, telling is when you bring in gameplay trailers that actually show what the game is capable of, and you're also giving release dates. You're even getting release dates, or you're giving ballpark dates of when the game is coming out and stuff like that. Which practically every single thing except for the one game the Stoy is really looking for had a date or a release window. I'm sorry, Stoy.
I know, man. It's just way to go, guys. Way to go.
So real quickly here's a list of everything that was on the Sunday afternoon show.
Oh my god!
The showcase started off with Redfall, and then we had a announced for Hollow Knight Silksong, as well as High on Life, which is made for which has some input from the creative team behind Rick and Morty.
It is Justin Roiland that's his studio, Squanch Games.
Oh, it is okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We also had a big announcement that Riot Games is bringing a variety of content to Xbox Game Pass. So think of all their games freaking like League of Legends,
Valorant.
Yeah, Valorant. It was slipping my mind. Valorant. It was
Hearthstone. All that stuff.
It was 5 different games. Yeah, if you have Xbox Game Pass, which League of Legends is not coming to a console, so I think this is definitely to entice some people to get the PC Game Pass.
You're gonna have to get a PC.
Yeah. We got a gameplay trailer for Plague Tale Requiem, as well as information for Forza Motorsport. Which man, that game looks nice. That game looks nice. Halo Infinite is coming to Microsoft Flight Simulator's 40th anniversary. Also, Overwatch 2 launches as a free-to-play game this October. We've got ARA, or is it ARA? I don't know. ARA. Aura. Okay, Aura History Untold is coming to PC Game Pass at launch. We also had some information for the Elder Scrolls Online High Isle trailer, as well as Fallout 76 Expeditions: The Pit. I do like that they're actually going back to some of the previous locations, from the Fallout series. That was kind of cool.
Pittsburgh's one of the best Fallout locations. It makes me mad that it's on Fallout 76.
Yeah. Hot Wheels expansion is coming to Forza Horizon 5. Woo, boy, I can't wait. Arc 2, you got to get close to look.
Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's all about family. Also, we had another look at the game Scorn, which let's just say it's HR Giger-esque. It's crazy. It's wild.
I really thought that was a
brethren.
Yeah.
I got to support my Serbian brethren because that's developed by a Serbian team.
Okay. Wasn't aware of that. Then we got Flintlock.
That's what the media doesn't want to tell you.
Yeah, then we got Flintlock: The Siege of Dawn. That actually is scheduled for Game Pass for next year. Also, we've got we had a reveal for Minecraft Legends, which is an action strategy game in the Minecraft series. And then let's see, Lightyear Frontier, quirky looking game, but I think it'll be pretty good. Where else? I lost my track. Oh, okay. The Last Case of Benedict Fox. There we go. Because every time I tried to say it Sunday, I was saying something completely different. The Last Case of Benedict Fox is arriving on Game Pass in the spring of 2023. We had a look at As Dusk Falls, which also is which got a release date. It's launching in July for Game Pass. Naraka Blade Point. This is not the first time we've seen this game. We saw it at a Sony State of Play earlier this year. That's coming to Game Pass later this month. Then there's a game called Pentiment, which looks interesting, but also looks kind of weird. It's a new IP from Obsidian, and it's coming to Game Pass in November. The full version of Grounded is finally releasing. It'll be out in September. We got Airman Shadow Legacy coming to Game Pass in 2023. Good looking game, by the way. Good looking game. Mm-hmm. We have some Diablo 4 news. We're hitting Xbox in 2023. Sea of Thieves is getting its 7th season. That hits us next month. There was a game called Ravenlock announced for Game Pass, as well as Cocoon. Wolong Fallen Dynasty from Team Ninja joins Xbox Game Pass in 2023. And then here's the news. Here's the news right here. Well, actually, these last three are the news. Persona is coming to Xbox Game Pass in the form of Persona 3 Portable, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 5 Royal. Coming to Game Pass. And now it makes me wonder if this is why Persona 5 was pulled from PlayStation Plus.
Probably, yeah.
It's making me wonder. The news that made basically like Stoy, Pat, and I like just like scream was Hideo Kojima is partnering with Xbox for his next game. It's officially official, and we're pretty sure Jeff Keighley probably put all sorts of holes in his walls because Kojima was not at the Summer Game Fest. And the Sunday show rounded out with Starfield. We got an extensive look at the gameplay of that game, and man, wow. Okay, guys. So let's just talk about this list real fast. By the way, you guys can check the show notes right now, and you'll see it's right. All that's in there. What games jumped out you guys from this list? I want you guys to tell me first because I had a few that I definitely gonna be all over.
Real quick, I just want to correct you on one thing. The Naraka Blade Point was not shown at a State of Play earlier this year. That was
shown. Was it shown at E3?
No. The game you were thinking about, I know what your game you're thinking about because that's what I thought this was. It was like Showdown, or it was like Hunt Showdown something. We got it on PS Plus. It looks a lot like it, but this
is not the same game.
It's not the same game. I'm looking for what that game is called. I cannot for the life of me think of it. I think it's called Hunt Showdown, actually.
Well, I mean, Naraka Blade Point is coming to all consoles. So.
You know what was shocking? I don't know if you saw it because this was kind of like a little like underhanded thing. Street Fighter 6 is coming to Xbox.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
I kind of saw that.
That was announced at the Capcom Showcase, right?
It wasn't really announced. They just kind of like flashed it at the end because it was on the Sony State of Play last week. So by all intents and purposes, they were probably just going to keep the same, exclusivity like they did with Street Fighter 5. But yeah, I saw on the Capcom Showcase that keeps wanting to say Streets of Rage. Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6 coming to Xbox. Cool.
Phil Spencer even showed us the roadmap for what they had planned.
Mm-hmm. So I like that they brought gameplay. And that was basically it. It's like, we don't want to show you trailers. We don't want to show you, just like we just don't want to like throw out a stupid little 5-second teaser, tell you what the game is, and then leave it at that. Because I know in the second showcase, Phil Spencer actually talked about that. They said we actually addressed a lot of your concerns over like, what do you like about our showcases? What don't you like about our showcases? And he actually said everybody wanted to see gameplay of everything. Yeah. So that's what we set out to do. We set out to do with the showcases. Like, we're only going to show gameplay now. And that's what we want to see. And I think we're kind of, at least I think collectively as a group, gamers, I guess I hate using that word, I hate the term gamers, but people don't want to don't show me a 5-second trailer of something and then just leave it at that. Like that.
Yeah.
It's useless. You might as well just show me nothing. When they showed us that trailer for Contraband, we still don't know what that is. And it's over a year since they announced it. We have no idea. So it's like, what was the purpose of showing us that if we have no idea what it is? So I'm glad that they actually came out to say, these are the showcases. This is what's new that you've never heard of. This is stuff that you've been waiting to hear about for years. Like Starfield. I think they announced it like 4 years ago. I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah, Starfield. Yeah, you know what? I didn't even know Starfield was a thing until I actually got Game Pass, and then I started paying attention to what people were saying. I didn't even know Starfield was coming, and I'll be honest with you, the last reveal they had for Starfield, the last wait, did they show that? Was that last year at E3?
I mean, they kind of showed. No, it was. I feel like it was. No, it was a year ago where they actually announced the release date. I think it was around. Was it the Game Awards?
I think you're right.
Where they announced the release date to be like November or something.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. That didn't age.
Oh, for real. Yeah.
I was most excited for Starfield because we finally got to see the breadth and the and the scope of that game and what it is, because we really had no idea. Is it like Fallout in space? Well, yes, it is like Fallout in space, but now it's like Fallout meets No Man's Sky meets Mass Effect in space. It's blending all these things. Then like it's a shipbuilding game. It's a outpost building game, kind of like Fallout, where you could build your own outposts and stuff. But yeah, and then like you got the No Man's Sky ability to like explore as many planets, which I don't, Todd Howard said that at the end where he was like, you could explore 1,000 planets.
Liar.
I'm not thinking.
Liar.
I'm thinking that number is a little bit too high for you, Todd.
I believe. I believe it.
You believe Todd? Okay.
I believe Todd.
All right.
Also,
you believe Todd?
I would just like to come out and say this one thing. I was tired of people telling me to not be excited about Starfield because we hadn't seen gameplay. We hadn't seen this. It's like, I don't care.
I believed
Bethesda. Yeah. And people were like, oh, you think it's going to be Skyrim in space? You don't even know that. I'm like, oh, yeah, well, Todd Howard said it's like Skyrim in space. And that's how I believe. That's why I believe this was that. And guess what? He came out and showed it. And I love that we're getting the Fallout and the Skyrim upgrade system together. That's what we want. It's so good. I'm so excited about this game. I'm going to put so many hours into this game. This could be my Cyberpunk though. That's the only downside. Is this could be the game that I'm willing to sell my soul for and then be disappointed by possibly. But I really don't think so. I believe in Bethesda wholeheartedly on this one.
Yeah, I do too. I really feel that they.
Wait, are we talking about the same company? This is the same company that releases all their games with bugs and then they fix them at.
Listen, I don't stand by Elder Scrolls Online or Fallout 76. I choose to even ignore those games exist. I understand that Fallout 4 had a lot of bugs, but guess what? I don't care. I literally don't care. I loved every bit of it. I played through all those bugs. I did not care one bit.
Pete Hines made this comment in the second showcase where he actually acknowledged that he's like, as a developer, as a publisher, as a company, we want to kind of like rethink the way we develop games and the way we want to rethink, like, when do we release a game? When do we announce release dates? When do we actually show you meaningful content? So I really feel that they've taken the last few years into consideration to say, we don't want this to happen to us. Because we see how quickly your notoriety can drop after a bad release. Yeah. We saw how BioWare was at the top of their game, and then Mass Effect Andromeda, and then Anthem, boom. Yeah, and now no one has faith in that company anymore. Like, literally none. Like, there's so many people that are just like, Dragon Age is going to be the complete downfall of BioWare, where it's like, these people are probably busting their ass making this game the greatest it could be, but they have literally no faith in people out there. Mm-hmm. It's kind of sad. So I think Bethesda really knows that they got to fucking nail this. Fallout 76 was kind of like that initial, like, you know, they're dangling off the cliff. So that's all. That's all. Got to ear really quiet. Otherwise, As Dusk Falls, I watched follow-up to that. And As Dusk Falls is kind of like that, you know, that really kind of like, I don't know if you remembered it, but it was like that. It's like a Telltale game.
But not in a good way.
Yeah.
It's the only game my wife saw and said, that looks like shit.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
It's interesting the way the art style, the art decisions that they made with this.
Yeah.
The art style, the animation. Because like, is it actually like stop motion art though? Because I'm we need to see more. We need to see more gameplay.
The art to me isn't bad. It's the idea of like you're trying to make these dramatic voices and characters come through, and it's a still picture. Like that's not coming through the way you wanted to.
Yeah, and I actually, once again, I was watching the second showcase, and they actually went through a little bit of, you know, they talked to the developers, and they kind of talked a little bit more in depth about what their game is trying to portray, and that's when I started to kind of like, maybe this game does sound kind of interesting. I think I actually want to really kind of give it a go and really give it a shot. So
it's on Game Pass. That's all I could do. I mean, at that point, it's
you know, yeah.
And that's the amazing thing about the showcase is that obviously everything that was announced,
everything was Game Pass. Everything was Game Pass. Yep. As a matter of fact, because I was looking through the list because like the roadmap's out there and they had 50 games detailed in there, right? The games are on here in this roadmap that were not on Game Pass or were not shown in the showcase. So yeah, just think about that. As a matter of fact, like I said, I could easily count the games that weren't coming to Game Pass versus what was. Like out of 50 games, only 8 of the games on this list are not Game Pass.
Yeah.
You know, that includes like Resident Evil 4 remake, Callisto Protocol, Dead Space remake. For some strange reason, like it looks like we have to pay for the Hot Wheels expansion for Horizon.
Well, yeah, like they're not going to give away DLC for free. You kidding me? They got to make money somehow.
Yep. Diablo 4.
Hogwarts, Arkham, probably were on there.
Yep. Overwatch 2 is free to play, so I guess, you know, it doesn't really need Game Pass.
Although if you're telling me, hey, if you have Game Pass, you're going to get all these skins for free, I'll be down. Listen, I played Overwatch religiously for like 2 years when it came out, and I may do it again. This is the push it needs because the only reason why I don't play it now is because it takes literally 20 minutes to fill a match sometimes. I'm like, I don't have time just to wait around. I want to play something now. And so Overwatch 2 going free to play was the move to make. 100%.
Stoy, you didn't mention Gunfire Reborn, you know, with the koalas and the teddy bears like shooting each other.
I'll be playing the shit out of that.
That's on my list. I got a list of games that I kind of wanted to talk about.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that one was like cute as fuck, but it's like so cool. High on Life actually was another one that kind of intrigued me because it's Justin Roiland, you know, the same team that, I mean, he obviously is co-creator of Rick and Morty, but you know, he made Accounting VR Plus, and then Trover Saves the Universe. So expect more of that kind of same kind of humor, same kind of art style, cartoony alien art style. So
yeah.
I'm very interested in this game. I'm not a Rick and Morty fan, but I've liked all the games that they've come out with. Like the games to me do better than or make me laugh more than the show does. And so I'm very excited for this. This is the game. A lot of people were kind of clowning this online. And I was like, you know what? You all clowned on Sunset Overdrive and you didn't buy it. And now you're regretting it that you're not getting a Sunset Overdrive 2. So don't let this be the next one because I feel like it could be. This game looks like a blast.
Yeah, I will. I'm definitely gonna be checking that one out. Like, I mean, you know, like Game Pass makes this stuff so easy because there are games on here like Stoy, like we walked away from the live reaction on Sunday saying we're gonna put some money down on. I'm putting money down on Starfield.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They're getting real money. They're getting real money from me. They're not. Yep. They're not going to get Game Pass money. They're going to get real money from me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the one game that I might buy on Xbox, like buy the disc for, even though I only have a Series S. It doesn't even take disc. Like I'm so down for this game.
Wait, okay. I thought you had a Series X.
No, I have an S.
Okay, my mistake. Shoot. So, Story, what else is on your list?
Forza Motorsport.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, Forza Motorsport. Yeah. God, the game looks gorgeous.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I of that I had no doubt. I had no doubt it was going to look.
You're getting all hot and bothered about the water effects.
Yeah, I know, dude. If anybody out there knows me, water effects in video games get me all hot and bothered. Get me all hot and bothered. Like I will stare at an ocean in a video game for 10 minutes and just like stare off into the sea and just like look at that water physics. My God, look at the waves and the kind of like the currents. Oh my God. So yeah, like dude, I was getting all sorts of tickled watching those water physics. But I wish it's one of those things I wish we saw more. I was excited that they showed something, which that was kind of one of my big goals that I wanted Microsoft to show was like, I need to see Forza Motorsport. I need to see it. Mm-hmm. A little disappointed about the release date. A little disappointed that they didn't show me a little bit more, especially how they structured the races.
Spring 2023 is not that far off.
I wanted fall of 2022. That's what I wanted.
Can I say something maybe a little controversial about Forza Motorsport though?
Yeah, sure.
Why was it here? Like I don't feel like it should have been in the showcase. I think it should have had its own thing.
Honestly, the fact that they didn't show more, I guess, is why it was there.
Yeah,
because it looks like they didn't have much else to show. Like, I mean, I feel honestly it should get its own showcase, kind of like Gran Turismo did.
That's what I'm thinking because, and it's nothing against the game, but the problem with me is like they were showing like the water stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I already saw this. It was called Forza Horizon 5. And guess what? When I'm racing in Forza Horizon 5, I get to enjoy that stuff. When I'm going to be racing Forza Motorsport, I don't give a fuck about a river that's like next to the track. I'm not going to even see that river.
That is true. Honestly, like
when they were showing this, I was like, who the fuck cares? Tell me about the cars. Like, tell me what's going on with like anyone who's like really looking forward to a racing game. That shit doesn't matter to me, especially when I'm not going to see it.
Austin directly attacked you, bro.
No, I was.
I'm not trying to.
He's literally taking the words. He's literally taking the words right out of my mouth, and I'm 100% with Austin on this one because
like, we should have had a 45-minute showcase of this at another event somewhere else. Yeah. If you really want to sell this as a premier car game, if you just want to sell this some racing game, sure, why not?
Because even like everything they said, dynamic weather effects, fine, whatever. A lot of racing games have had that over the last few years. I mean, the last Forza Motorsport had dynamic racing effects. All the track details and the trees, the water, fine, whatever. Like, great. But like, and the ray tracing was kind of cool, I guess. But yeah, I wanted to see structure of the game, tournaments. Are there any other special modes? Is Car Vista coming back? Which obviously I assume it would. Show me all that other stuff.
Yeah.
But
I mean, cool river, bro, but I'm not going to be paying attention to it.
Yeah.
That was the one thing. This, to me, like this showcase really got like a B, somewhere in the B range, because they're like, to me, after I would say a Plague Tale Requiem, which sold me to play the first game. Like, I saw that, I was like, I need to go play the first game.
Yeah, I got to go back. I got to go back and play the first game.
But from Forza Motorsport on down to like Gunfire Reborn, I was like, ugh. Just ugh. Other than Overwatch 2, I was excited about that, but I could understand from someone else's standpoint. Like, I'd be like, great, this is great. But
I gotta ask the question. How's everybody feeling about Redfall? Because I wasn't really feeling it, if you know what I mean.
I'm looking forward to it, and people are like, some people said it gave him Far Cry vibes at the beginning because I know why. It's because of the gun paint, like the gun design paint. Plus, it was inside a church, so people got Far Cry 5 vibes immediately because I got Far Cry 5 vibes immediately. And then people were saying that, they gave it Left 4 Dead vibes, and then they gave it Deathloop vibes. Like the gun, the shooting is literally Deathloop. Like I played Deathloop. I was like, oh, that's what I was doing in Deathloop, but this is like more of a Left 4 Dead game. I'm all in. Like I was kind of over the characters. I felt they were kind of cringy, but like I can get over that. But
yeah,
I definitely want to play this game. I don't know if it's going to be one that I put a lot of time into, but I definitely want to play this game.
Yeah, okay. I'm in on this too. I mean, I wasn't expecting to be blown away by it. I mean, a 4-person co-op monster vampire shooter. You know, I mean, are they going to do something new? I would assume so, but I think it's going to be a solid title that just it maybe doesn't, tickle my taint like other games. Is that what you're going to title this episode?
Tickle my taint.
What tickled my taint this last week by the Crossroads team?
That might be the name of the pod clip.
There you go. What tickled my taint?
Yeah. Redfall though, like people saying Deathloop and Far Cry, just like I was like, and people were like, I don't want to do that. I'm like, that's exactly what I want. I love both of those games.
More of that, please.
please. Plus, my wife, she only made 2 comments. She made the one about As Dusk Falls, where she's like, this looks like shit. And I was like, wow, that's the only thing she said. Other than Redfall, she's like, really? They're another zombie game? I was like, they're vampires. She's like, they look the same to me. And I was like, they fly and they bite you. They suck your blood. They're not trying to eat you. She's like, same thing.
I will say this. For the games that I have, the games I definitely have my eye on, or the games that are definitely going to get my money, for sure, Starfield, Wolong Fallen Dynasty. I'm in on that. Next game from Team Ninja. It's coming to Game Pass early 2023. Like, yeah, definitely. Like I said, I mentioned Ereban Shadow Legacy. Man, yeah. We were having so much fun as we were watching that trailer because, like, man, like this girl is just all over the place. Like. What's gonna get her? And then we finally saw something like actually had her. It was like, I got you, bitch.
Yeah, and then she just like phased out of existence.
Like, yeah,
yeah.
Yeah. Like, so that one's also got my attention. And other than that, because I did say like this is a high B plus, low A minus. The other game. Well, I will. I'm gonna play As Dusk Falls. I am, because I love these type of games. These narrative style games.
Yeah.
Remind me of like Heavy Rain and freaking Detroit Become Human, like that. I'm gonna play it. I'm hoping the animation is just a little bit better than what it is. I really do. But if not, hopefully the story makes up for it, because like a lot of times, like a game that is subpar in graphics, like story makes up for everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The other game, Flintlock: The Seas of Dawn, that one also has my attention, because that was. It was funny because like she's going through whacking people. Was it with a stick or something? And then every once in a while she would like shoot them with the gun. Like, why is she not using that the whole time?
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, and yeah, the Hot Wheels expansion for Forza Horizon 5. That was just what I need to get back into Horizon. And yeah, I will be dipping my toe into all those Riot games when that happens. And man, like, I didn't realize how excited I was going to get to see Persona 3 Portable and Persona 4 Golden until I saw them. I saw the trailer for the Game Pass stuff. Like, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of gaming coming. Let's put it that way. There's something for literally every freaking body there. Like racing games, flight sim games. Oh crap! Diablo 4. How did I forget that?
Yeah,
I was.
Yeah,
it's on my list, man.
Yeah, it's on my list too.
Yeah,
if I counted correctly, there's 12 games on here that I would want to get even if Game Pass wasn't a thing. Mm-hmm. I would try all of these, but there's 12 that I would want, and probably 6 of them I would want to buy day one. Yeah. Diablo 4 being one of them.
Yeah, Diablo. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Diablo, the Diablo series. I mean, I dabbled in 3. I dabbled in 2. I played a lot of 3, and I'm excited to see what 4 has. And I think, just from what I heard, rumor wise, I think it's going to be very much like a kind of like a single player experience, to where they're not going to, like, I'm always worried about them bringing like fucking microtransactions in this, and like cosmetic upgrades and all this shit, having like a big like market for that. So I'm hoping that they're not going to do that. I'm really hoping we're going to get a good core Diablo game.
Mm-hmm. I do too. I didn't play 1 or 2, but I loved 3, and it was very excited to get. I plan on playing 2 again, the remaster version.
The remaster,
well, but I'm definitely excited for Diablo 4, big time. I will be playing P3P, P4 Golden, and P5 Royale again, but I'll probably buy it on PlayStation. I'm not gonna lie. I know it's coming to Game Pass. I'm probably gonna buy it on PlayStation. It's just that way.
Yeah.
I wonder if they are coming out the same day. Some people think that they're gonna have time exclusivity, but I haven't heard anything about that.
I hadn't heard anything either, especially because like Persona 5 Royal is coming to, I think, Royal is coming to Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't heard anything.
Nintendo fans get something.
Was that?
I know Ed tweeted something and he found out it was a fake. The Switch.
Oh,
I don't know if that's the one you saw. Yeah, Ed.
Oh,
Ed,
it was a fake? Oh no.
Yeah.
That must be the same one I saw then. Whoops. Yeah. My bad.
And a lot of people were weird. They're like, oh yeah, you can finally play Persona 4 Golden on PC. You can play Persona 4 Golden on PC right now. Just so true. Everyone knows.
Yeah.
You didn't have. This was not new for PC. P3P is, but
yeah, I think that must have been a fake one, because it's not coming out on the Switch. So
okay, my bad. I fell for the hoax.
I fell for it too, man. I don't know.
I feel like if they were going to get any of the 3, they would be the first. They would get 3 and 4. 5, yeah. I don't know.
Wait, isn't 4? I thought 4 was already on the Switch. Is it not?
No, okay. I don't think any of them are. I mean, the only thing they got is like Persona Strikers or something like that.
And then they got Persona Strikers.
And then they got Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Yeah. And
all right.
3, weirdly enough.
All right, and also the extended game showcase. Happened today, and we got a chance to look at Valheim, which is hitting Game Pass in 2023. Pete Hines had a chance to talk more about Redfall and Elder Scrolls Online. There was an interview with the developer of Naraka Blade Point. There we go. We got another look at Ara History Untold, which remember is coming to PC Game Pass. And then we got, I really appreciate that behind the scenes look at Microsoft Flight Sim. I really appreciated that segment. That was really nice. Yeah. We got a closer look at High on Life from the Rick and Morty co-creator for that one. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's actually a new title, right? I mean, not new title. I mean, we haven't seen that before, right?
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah.
That was a new reveal. Okay, I couldn't remember for sure. We got a walkthrough of some of Pentiment from Obsidian.
Actually, watching that walkthrough makes me want to get that game now.
I knew. When we watched it Sunday, I was like, "This is Stoy's type of game.
Yeah,
he's gonna get this game." Yep. And you're like, I don't know about this. And
here we are. And then I watched that kind of follow up where they kind of talked a little bit more about it, and I was like, okay, all right, I'm kind of into this now. I mean, it's a completely like narrative driven like single player game. So
yeah, Yep, we got a first look at Slime Rancher 2, which is coming to Game Pass this fall. Another look at gameplay footage from the Hot Wheels from Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels. There we go. More looks at Minecraft Legends and then like it's an actual like quick walkthrough of Stalker 2. That was great actually, because that was another game, that people were really upset about, because like this game is impacted by the war in Ukraine, and yeah, so people were really, I mean, people were upset, but it was,
I think they were okay with it. They were just like, it sucks, but
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it wasn't like people were like ready to like burn down, the foundational structures or anything like that. But
Mm-hmm.
Well, guys.
One thought is the Hideo Kojima announcement.
Mm-hmm.
Why is everyone so butthurt by this?
People don't need to be butthurt, but I would just like to say something. I do not give a fuck about this game because it's Cloud, and I've refused to acknowledge any Cloud games, any of them. I hate them all. Just stop it. Just stop.
Is it Cloud?
Well, he said that in the announcement. He's like, he was excited to work with Microsoft's cloud infrastructure.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what that means in terms of.
Yeah, I don't know what that means either.
He has a very creative mind, so I can only imagine what he's cooking up in there.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure it's gonna be cool, but it's not gonna run in Oklahoma, so I don't care.
Oh man.
No, but people were getting really mad about it. People were getting.
Well, of course they're getting mad. Of course they're getting mad about it. Like game like. I don't want to use that word.
No, don't.
People who play video games feel entitled.
Yeah.
They feel entitled. They swear because Death Stranding came on PS4 and Death Stranding Director's Cut came on PS5 that hey, like this is a PlayStation guy. No, I mean that's not how you should look at it.
Yeah. Video games are a business.
I don't understand.
Business.
I don't understand the butthurtness behind this. It's just like the same people are like destroyed their special edition PS4s because Spider-Man's coming to PC. I don't.
Every time we say the phrase "butthurt," David Lasby cringes.
We could say "taint hurt."
Taint hurts, yeah. David Lasby, I wrote when I wrote the article, the Elden Ring article.
Yeah.
Austin, I don't know if I ever told you this story. When I wrote the whole gamers need to just shut up, whatever. And I used the phrase "butthurt" in the article, and he actually looked at it and took that out. He's like, "Oh, I don't want people to get the wrong idea to why you're using the phrase butthurt." And I'm like, "Oh no, people understand why I'm using the phrase butthurt, but it's okay.
Exactly.
I don't mind at all."
I'm not pain.
Yeah, exactly. I feel pain in their butt because they, whatever. So
yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of good games on here though. I'm excited for Hollow Knight, excited for High on Life. Overwatch 2, of course. I'm gonna check out Scorn for sure.
Yeah.
Play the Hot Wheels expansion for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna check out Scorn. I have a funny feeling the game's gonna like gross me out, so I might not check it out for long.
I really thought that dude was pulling on his penis at first.
Yeah,
I was like, this guy's touching too much.
He was pulling an umbilical cord out of his freaking abdomen. Come on, guys.
I mean, when I looked a little bit further down, I was like, okay, that is not his penis.
Yeah, but at first, it definitely had penis-like visibilities.
It was a penis-like appendage.
Maybe this is why it was shown off at Xbox's showcase, because Sony would have clutched a little bit of pearls on that one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we can't show that.
Yeah,
we're a family company.
It's so weird that PlayStation's the one that's like, we're
PlayStation has like some weird censorship. Like it's funny, like Nintendo. Yeah. Nintendo's got porn games on the Switch.
Yeah.
If you ever wanted to date a cat girl, well, here's this game for you.
And Sony's over here literally like clutching their pearls about the most innocuous stuff.
Yeah. Going to are we still talking about the Microsoft showcase?
We can. Okay. I was gonna touch on Capcom in a moment.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well,
I want to talk about Resident Evil. That's why it's like, we want to talk about Resident Evil. Come on.
All right. So yesterday was the Capcom Showcase, which had strong showings of quite a few like of the A-list Capcom games. We had Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, which I've already gushed enough about that, so we'll move on. And then we had more information for basically it was.
Bro, don't you want to talk about Gala Rap whatever the
Okay.
Giga?
Okay, look. Okay, here we go. For the fact that we're getting a monster that has only ever been in the PC version of Monster Hunter in Japan, Espinas, the green spiky monster. Hell yes, I lost my mind when I saw that. As a matter of fact, they didn't even show the whole monster. As soon as I saw the silhouette of it, I was like, "That's Espinas," and I lost my mind. I can't wait to play this game. And then Gore Magala returning from Monster Hunter 4. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was it.
It was like that is one of the that is the second most requested monster on everybody's wish list not everybody's, because there's other monsters that I personally would want to have back in Monster Hunter, but Gore Magala is he's not high on my list, but he's in my list.
I didn't know how important Gore Magala was until one of my friends tweeted out. He's like, I'm super late to the party, but I'm fucking screaming that Gore Magala is back, my emo baby.
No. Gore Magala was a big deal in Monster Hunter 4. Like, I mean, like Gore Magala is one of those ones that actually changed like the conventions of the game, because like his presence could cause other monsters to change. Like, it would change the way those monsters behave and reacted and stuff like that. So yeah, like it was. When I say it was a game changer, he was a game changer. Plus that the Gore Magala that we saw in the trailer, that's not even his final form.
Yeah.
That's not even his final form. Like the dude grows up into a different monster, and it's even much worse. So yeah, but yeah, because Gore Magala, like only thing that could be done now is like give people really what they want and put Lagia Cruz back in Monster Hunter. Then it's a party, because that's the number one requested monster for Monster Hunter for some strange reason. I wasn't really a fan of it in Monster Hunter 3, but God, like that's why I'm waiting for this demo to come out tonight, because we get to play Malzeno, which is the flagship monster, the dragon, the purple winged dragon. And then Astalos, he made his appearance in Monster Hunter Generations, which was on the Switch. Yeah, it was on the Switch before Monster Hunter Rise. Yeah, actually, no, my bad. It was on 3DS also. 3DS, like. But yeah, like there's so much to talk about. But I want to try. I need to learn all the new mechanics of the game, because like there's things that changed, stuff like that. Like you now have like new Silkmon attacks, new wire bug moves and all that stuff. I just want to be able to like lasso a monster and like yeet them into a wall. I just want to do all that stuff now, because these trailers have been saying I can do it.
Yeet.
Yeah, and then of course like Capcom Showcase was basically Resident Evil Showcase.
Yeah,
because man,
I was kind of anticipating. I caught a little glimpse in the opening intro of the showcase. They showed silhouettes of all these characters, so I was kind of hoping. I saw a glimpse of Phoenix Wright.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh man, it'd be nice if we got like a new game or something like that announcement, but unfortunately we didn't. But we got some pretty good Resident Evil news.
Oh, and the Capcom, let me see, we got the Capcom arcade cabinet, which right now, if you run the PlayStation Store, you can get Street Fighter 2 for free.
Cool.
Yeah, and something else.
They don't need to make money on that anymore. They really don't.
I swear they don't.
You could just be giving that game away for free like forever now.
Yeah, we got like a really quick flash of Street Fighter 6 in the showcase. It wasn't really enough. Like they were like, we already showed you enough. Like like the last time during the State of Play. Like you've seen enough until we say the game is ready.
Yep.
But man, like the Resident Evil content, man. Oh, like dude, I feel like the only thing they have left to give us now is Code Veronica. I really feel like that's the last one that.
I don't see them remaking Resident Evil 5 and 6. I really don't.
I don't see it either.
I think it's like I think it's still like kind of. I think it still holds up.
I feel like those games are pretty modern. You know, if you look at 5 and 6, then you look at 7 and 8. I feel like 5, 6, 7, and 8 are like the modern Resident Evil games right now.
Yes.
Because the reason why I say that is because like when they remade 2 and 3, and they basically modernized them up to like Resident Evil 6's level. You know. Mm-hmm.
So we know like between Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil Code Veronica, I think we talked about this before. Code Veronica is the one that stands to have should have more of the modernization of it.
Yes.
It deserves the remake more, but we know that Capcom is thinking $, so they're thinking, okay, Resident Evil 4 would be the moneymaker, because obviously it's the one
which
of the
which I never understood that, because like
Resident Evil 4 was one of the most popular, like I think one of the most popular titles in the whole series.
Is it popular because it changed the conventions of it? Because
yes,
it's the first game
absolutely.
it's the game that got away from tank controls, because Code Veronica still had tank controls.
Still has tank controls, but at least it had moving cameras.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, it was the first to really kind of like break the game out of that whole survival horror, tank control genre to kind of more modern era, which obviously a lot of games harken back to this day. So
yeah, it's true. Like, we wouldn't have Dead Space if it wasn't for Resident Evil 4. That's true.
And I think even like the modern, I think even like the modern Resident Evil remakes, stand to obviously learn something from that.
Yeah. It's a full circle ecosystem, because like we got Resident Evil 4, and 5 and 6 came along, and then we started getting the remakes, and the remakes basically are I feel like the remakes themselves basically mastered the conventions that was started in Resident Evil 4. So it's full circle now.
Yep, it is.
So I mean, goddamn Code Veronica.
I know I'm like that spoiled little brat that it's like, but I want a Code Veronica. I'm still super stoked. Still super stoked about the Resident Evil 4 remake. I'm obviously going to throw money like hell at that thing, but
what I said for sure after seeing Resident Evil 4 is like, I'm gonna play this. Like I really didn't appreciate Resident Evil 4 like on its first run or its second run or its third run, but I'm gonna appreciate this as a remake. Like, for real, like, let me see. Like, I bought it for GameCube, and so when it was on GameCube, like, oh my god, like, the GameCube was basically version 1.0 of that game.
Yeah.
And the camera was so tight on Leon that when you did the quick turn move, like, man, like, you get whiplash. And I'm one of those people that I get the weird 3D motion sickness when I play certain video games and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
So, and like, Resident Evil 4 was the first of its kind, so you couldn't turn down the sensitivity of, and stuff like that. So, yeah, it was because because Dead Space, the first one, you could turn down the sensitivity of the movement. And so, like that. So I was playing, and I can't remember, like, I got to the part right after the boat with the giant ass mouth monster in the water, and as soon as I got through that and stuff, I was like, oh my god, I'm getting sick to my stomach. I can't.
So you're not going to be playing Resident Evil 4 VR anytime soon, huh?
Oh hell no. VR is not my thing.
Yeah,
VR is not my thing.
Do it.
I'm sorry.
I mean, it changes the experience of Resident Evil 4. That's
you still gotta play 7 VR.
Exactly. I promised Nick.
7 VR. 7 in VR is terrifying. I played. Yeah. I beat that game twice, and then I go to VR, and I was like, nope.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, since you're the Resident Evil people, so Resident Evil Director's Cut is one of the PS1 games that came on the PS Plus Premium. Yep. Do I do that version, or do I do the remastered version, the Resident Evil remastered version? If I'm gonna play it for the first time,
you got to do that one, man.
You gotta do the Resident Evil remake. Wait, you're saying the OG one?
The OG one, yeah. Come on, man.
That's right, because Austin's never played. Yeah, you gotta play. Yeah,
you have to appreciate.
So should I play the Director's Cut?
Yeah, play the Director's Cut.
Okay.
As remember, you want to play a Director's Cut, because Director's Cut, not only did you have different costumes and stuff like that.
Right.
Wasn't there an additional?
There was extra cutscenes. That's it.
Exactly.
And then they had like a mode where you could like randomize the items. I think.
Yeah.
That was it.
I keep forgetting that Austin's first Resident Evil game was Resident Evil 7. I keep forgetting this.
That's sad.
Dude, you got it. Yeah, you got to play Director's Cut. You got to play Director's Cut.
Yeah, you have to find an appreciation to like how far.
No. That's not it. No, that's not it. That's not it. Like all kidding aside, yeah, you're young and everything, right? So yeah, it's a foregone conclusion that you
don't feel bad. Stephanie hasn't played any of the Resident Evil games.
She hasn't played. Well, that's because she's a big wussy.
Yeah,
she admits that all the time, though.
Yep.
I love scary games. I played growing up.
Austin, I'm curious. How big is your your TV? What size is your TV?
Mine's 65.
Ooh.
65 inch. Yeah.
Woo.
I couldn't imagine. Let's transport back in time. Little old 14-year-old me renting a PlayStation because I didn't have a PlayStation at the time. Renting the PlayStation at my local Blockbuster. Okay. Popping it down on my little tiny 16-inch CRT TV in the basement. All the lights off. Playing
Resident Evil. That was experience. Like
playing Resident Evil. And all of a sudden, like one of the scariest experiences I've experienced in video games up until that point. Until that point.
I feel like the bulk of my PS1 games are played on like sub 20-inch televisions.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's what we had right now. And now we're sitting here talking about like I have a 65-inch TV. I mean, I have a 70-inch TV hanging on my wall right there, and I'm like, man, I can't believe I played on TVs that I'm like literally sitting as close as I am to this. You know,
oh my god! All right, I need to relook at the list. Is Vagrant Story on there? Because Vagrant Story is one of the ugliest looking games.
I know it's not.
It's one now, but it probably will be.
It's one of Square Enix's best games, but it is an eyesore to look at. And oh my god, like I can't imagine what it's going to look like on my damn 70.
Wild Arms one.
But that's the thing. A lot of PlayStation games, you play them on modern TVs right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be a hard look right now. Like even like Foe, I think that's how you say his name. He's in the chat right now. He says it's gonna be hard to get into because we're all used to like kind of how graphics look now.
Yeah, exactly.
I will say though, I played Tekken 2 today.
You did?
On my TV, and it
I heard a lot of people say. Yeah, I heard a lot of people say that Tekken 2 actually still kind of stands up.
It ages well. Like, it's very good.
It does. I have the arcade cabinet right there. And it ages very well.
I'll find out later because I, like I said earlier, like I upgraded. I rolled over my time to premium. So like I'm going to find out real soon here. And the PlayStation was $30 downstairs. And the PlayStation's downstairs on an 85-inch television. Good God.
Oh, we're sitting here like measuring dicks right now.
Pretty much.
Austin pulls out 65-inch. I'm like 70. And here comes LeRon, 85.
I mean, to be more accurate though, I might play it on my laptop screen. You know, I mean, and make it call it good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the other thing too. Like, I also want to try out PlayStation Plus stuff on the PC side, see how it runs.
Well, I mean, you could change the resolution, I think, on a lot of those games. You know, you could change to 4:3, which is the recommended way to play those games. Stretching those games out, man, it just makes it look worse.
No, don't do it to yourself. Don't do it. Speaking of which, so did everybody roll over their PlayStation Plus, like their existing time? Did everybody roll it over?
Resident Evil 8. Back to Resident Evil 8. Okay.
Oh yeah,
right.
My bad.
We got third person mode in Resident Evil 8 coming, so you can play as Ethan in third person mode, which is great. Apparently, that was a very heavily fan requested thing for the developers to do. We got, spoilers if you haven't beaten it, you get to play as Rose as a young adult in the extra DLC. I am too because.
You would think that'd be the next game.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
But I think it's its own like separate canon story because when you think about like the time from Resident Evil 8 to like the Rose story, that's like 20 years. Or 16 or something like that. I forget how old she is. But and then we're also getting like extra mercenaries content. We're getting the PSVR 2 upgrade, obviously, which we already knew about. And
whenever we get that.
So I'm really excited for the third person mode. That was actually kind of a shocking thing that they just dropped. Because, I mean, it's going to make me jump back into that game again, like full stop, like to just play it. It'll almost be a completely different game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to. The one thing I know for sure, like based off the news that came out of the Capcom showcase, like I do want to see like all the updated content for Resident Evil 2 and 3. Resident Evil 8, like I gotta get to that because I still have to play 7, and I know for sure that 8 is a direct sequel to 7, so I gotta play 7 before I can play 8.
Oh my god!
What?
What do you mean what?
Okay, listen.
How long has that game been out? How long has that? That game is free. That game is free with your PlayStation subscription. It's been free for a long time.
Listen, man, I am not.
Don't you listen to me?
I am not the best at first-person games, so when Resident Evil like jumpstart again and decide we're gonna change another gameplay aspect of it, we're gonna go into this mode that LeRon gets his ass kicked in all the time. Like, no, I was like, I'm hard out.
Slap it on casual mode and have a good time,
and still get the literal shit scared out of me. Like, man, like, okay, like,
I don't know. I mean,
this is why I didn't play any new Doom games. No.
What do you mean? You didn't play the Doom games either?
No, not any of the recent ones. No.
Are you even a gamer, bro?
And they're hard as shit too. They're hard.
I
Slap
just put it on
easy mode. Slap it in easy mode.
Like, doesn't the new Doom game doesn't that one punish you for not playing it a certain way?
No.
I could have sworn.
I don't think so. It just makes fun of you.
Well, no, Doom Eternal. Well, yeah, it makes fun of you, but Doom Eternal, like you have to use certain moves if you want health and ammo and all that. And that
exactly. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Jump and shoot. Jump and shoot. Jump and shoot. Jump and shoot.
Jump, shoot.
All right.
If you can dodge a car, you can dodge a demon.
Yep.
You know.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get ready to wrap this up, but real fast. What's everybody's thoughts right now on the all new PlayStation Plus? Like, I mean, like it's only been out for a day, but so like it's not been a whole amount of time to like really like get in there. It is what it is though. Like we already knew what it was going to be. It was going to be PlayStation Plus meets PlayStation Now. So like, how are we doing? Austin, you said you did not have the best experience with Resistance 3, right?
Yeah, if you let it buffer for a while, it does play a little bit better, but it's like, I don't know. It can be played. It can be played, but it's like not the preferred experience. I just wish it was like me playing Gears of War 2 on Xbox Series S, where it works. It works like it's supposed to, and it's a little disappointing.
That's also, what I hope PlayStation fixes.
We only have Resistance 3. Where are the other two? That's a problem. It's a problem. Resistance 3,
big problem.
Best one, but my opinion. But I would like the other two. Other than that, I'm really enjoying it because the PS1 games are cool. I wish we had more of them, but I think they're trying to like just kind of like put them out slowly. Toy Story 2 was the new one today that came out, and the Resident Evil Director's Cut was another one that came out later, and so I got both of those. I downloaded all the PS1 games that I could because I plan on checking them out. The ones I played and the ones I haven't played.
So you're not even going to mess with Mighty Number 9, are you?
No.
Don't. Don't.
No, I'm not going to play Mighty Number 9.
But for the love of God.
There were a lot of games that were on my wish list that I've been wanting to get and just like never found a good sale for it or never really cared to buy it. I got Soul Calibur 6 on there, which I was like, I don't know if I'll even like this game, but now I have that option where I can just download it. The Dark Pictures anthology, Man of Medan, and one of the other ones is on there, so I downloaded both of those. There's quite a few games.
You drop a bigger capacity solid state in your system yet?
Well, no, but these are all PS4 games, so those were all PS4 games, so I could download those to my external drive.
That's right.
I have one in my wish list on Amazon. I'm just waiting for a sale. It's like $120 right now. I'm kind of
that's actually a good price. What size is it?
It's a terabyte.
It's 1 terabyte?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a normal price.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm just waiting for that. I'm waiting for like maybe a drop here or there. I have it in my cart ready for it, just like waiting.
Yeah, because you just gotta make sure it's the one with the heatsink on it. Yeah.
Yeah, my friend, this is the one that I have in my cart. My friend's already put in and used and all that stuff. So,
which one is it? The Western Digital, the WD Black?
If you give me a second, I could pull it up.
While he's looking that up, Stoy, like what's jumping out at you for the PlayStation Plus?
Well, I think it was cool to see like a lot of games that I was kind of just strolling through, it was cool to see a lot of like old games that I maybe passed up years ago that now I actually have access to. Like, even like I'm drawing a blank on a lot of the stuff, but I was scrolling through the list yesterday and I was like, oh, sick. Like I could actually like kind of play this game or, download it. My experience with the streaming platform of it, I streamed PlayStation Now, I think a couple years ago. And I was like, I mean, it's okay. It doesn't like stream, like it didn't stream in like 1080p. I felt I dropped it down to like 720 just because I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's about as high as I'm going to get to have it run smoothly.
Yeah.
And, it ran fine for me. I played like, I think an F1 game, and I think I played God of War or something like that. And, I have fiber internet now, so I imagine it's going to run better, and run smoother with less frame rate drops. But I really hope that PlayStation is looking into getting these games to be able to be downloaded.
Yeah.
I really think that's just gonna, it's just gonna be better overall. I mean, Game Pass has been doing it for years and continue to do it still. I really hope they look into that instead of like putting all their chips in this, streaming cloud thing.
Yeah. When I do like the comparisons between the two services, I try not to even include the PS3 games on PlayStation. I don't even think it's it's just like, I don't know. It's not the same. It's just not the same.
Yeah, it really isn't, because I always have that problem with like streaming games because you don't own the game at all. Like even just like buying the game, like, if you buy games on Google Stadia, what the fuck's the point? You really don't own that game. You don't own any right to it. They could just take it away and just be done with it. Like that's it.
Yeah.
Like you can't access it anymore. At least with the digital game, you're installing it on your hard drive. So there's at least a little bit of ownership to it. But if you're going to have a service that you're just going to be dedicated to, hey, you could stream all these games. It's like, fine, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. LeRon, it's the Crucial P5 Plus.
Oh, okay.
It's actually on sale now. It's normally $160. It's $128 right now. But
okay,
I'm just keeping my eye on it because honestly, I would like it. I'm waiting for like the biggest price drop before Modern Warfare 2 comes out, because that's when I'm gonna have to keep a Call of Duty game on my hard drive along with whatever else I want to keep. And
see, Modern Warfare 2,
yeah,
boy.
Yep.
Yeah, my whole thing right now is like I'm trying to figure out, like, am I gonna drop a 2 terabyte in, or am I just gonna pony up the money and get a 4 terabyte?
As long as I can keep, like, I want to keep Modern Warfare 2, Gran Turismo, MLB. If I can keep those 3 on there, and then whatever game I'm playing through, that's all I need. But those 3 games fill up like half the terabyte now.
Yeah.
So if I could just get another terabyte, I should be golden for a while, and I could even keep like Madden and stuff on there. But
wait, why is it telling me I already own Ghost of Tsushima? I don't already. I guess I do because I'm on premium.
Yeah, because that's like PS4, PS5. Yeah. You get that.
Yeah.
Oh, Returnal's on there. Demon Souls is on there.
Yep.
I own Returnal, but I didn't own Demon Souls. I'm definitely wanting to check that out.
Yeah, I'm definitely planning on checking that out because that was a game I wanted to get and I wanted to give it a shot, but I was like, I don't want to spend money on this, especially since I spent money on Elden Ring and I didn't like it. I spent money on Bloodborne and I didn't like it. So
yeah. Now you can just play Bloodborne.
Yeah. I suppose I could give it a shot again.
Yeah. There's a lot of games on there. I was actually quite impressed with, like, if you just take all the PS3 and the 20, 30 PS1 games that are on there, if you take all those off and you just compare the PS4 games with Game Pass, it's still a pretty comparable deal. The only thing is we don't get day ones on PlayStation, and that's really what they've got to do. Which we are getting a day one Stray, but like, is that going to be a continuous thing?
It's not. It's not first party. It's not first party.
Well, right, but like, I'm just even mean like we're not getting day ones. Period. As so far.
Well, no. Sony's standpoint is like no first party day ones.
Right.
Yeah, that's their standpoint.
They can't make their money that way.
And it also looks like 2K Games is also 2K Games, like they're like, oh, Sony's saying that, yeah, we're in their corner too. So yeah, so no.
Which I mean, can you blame them?
No day one Grand Theft Auto 6. Like that game's gonna be $70 like for forever.
Dude, they're the ones that could be like, hey, our $100, our game's $100. Grand Theft Auto 6 is $100. Take it or leave it, and they will sell.
Yeah. All right, fellas, you ready to wrap up?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, this has been
no
awesome.
Silent Hill though.
Man,
I wasn't gonna say it.
I was putting my clown makeup on. I think we were talking about that on Sunday. I was putting my clown makeup on, like, hey guys, maybe today's the day.
No.
All right, everybody. That's our show for tonight. Oh, what? What's up? What's up?
Well, now that I remember, we got
making fun of me.
We got a Bloober game that wasn't Silent Hill, which I thought
Layers
was interesting.
Of Fear? Yeah.
Yeah. And I was
that
like,
one's an interesting
Layers of Fears.
It's like Layers of Fear, and it's like it's like a remake / expansion to the first game.
Yeah.
And they planned on I think combining the first and second game into one somehow. I don't know. It's like kind of like an Unreal 5 engine tech demo, I think. That's kind of how they're going with it.
Maybe that's their way of being like, hey, we can handle Silent Hill, whatever. I don't know why everyone hates on Bloober.
Maybe they're prepping. They didn't say, they didn't deny that they weren't working on it.
People hating on Bloober team. I'm like, Bloober makes pretty cool games. I don't know.
They make pretty decent games, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Stoy, I told you as we went to the weekend, don't do it to yourself. You did it anyway.
No, they keep doing it because you got all this weekend. You got this, the director of the original Silent Hill movie has got he's making the next Silent Hill movie that's slated to come out next year, and he keeps
going to be a third one.
Yes, and he's going to modernize it, and he says he wants to make 2 of them. He wants to make 2 of them. Well, that's because this guy that directed the first one didn't direct the second one.
Okay,
that was the problem. But so he even said yes, Silent Hill is looking at revitalizing the franchise because they saw the success that Capcom is having with Resident Evil and bringing their remakes back.
Whoa.
Look this shit up. Look this shit up.
He's talking about the games, not the movie.
No, the games.
Is that last Resident Evil? Last Resident Evil movie.
No. He's looking at the games because he said in an interview that Konami is actually is going to be developing the Silent Hill franchise again. So it left me with a little bit of hope.
Yeah,
just a little bit.
Stoy, it's okay. I was looking for NCAA football 23, and
I know what is up with that.
Yeah, what is up with that? EA's not even doing a conference this year.
Yeah, that actually, everyone shits on the EA conference every year, and I'm like, shut up, shut up. I still care. I care.
All right. It's time to take this home. All right, everyone. That's our show for tonight. As always, we'd like to give a big thanks to you for tuning into the Crossroads podcast. And it's always fun talking about video games. It's why we do it. It's why we get into this stuff. Before we head out, here's how you can get with and stay connected to the crew. Stoy, you go first tonight.
You can find me on the EXP Cast. We're a video game podcast on the Boss Rush Network. Follow us there on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at EXP Cast. We release episodes about every Monday, sometimes every Thursday as well. And then you can follow my personal Twitter at StoyMKE8.
All right, cool. Austin?
You can follow me at PlaceAustin on Twitter, and you can catch me on PSN and all that stuff as well under the same name. That's all I got. Shout out to John Madden, cover Madden 23, and yes, I will be buying it for that. They won.
All right, and as always, you can catch me over on social media at Exodus803, as well as my YouTube and Twitch channels, and also that's my PlayStation Network ID and my Steam ID. So just look me up over there. Do not forget Wednesday nights over on Twitch. Boss Rush Network /
You okay, bro?
Twitch.tv / Boss Rush Network. There we go.
I think he's
Wednesday
glitching.
nights. The Boss Rush yeah, glitching hard too.
Yeah.
Boss Rush Podcast, and I'm on various other shows there. Thank you all if you were listening tonight. If you were listening or checking us out over on YouTube, this was a new stream. As things go forward here. Quick reminder: Crossroads has a merch store. Please head over there and check it out. Just go over to redbubble.com and look up Boss Rush, and you'll find it. Real fast before we head out, because we love you and we want to keep you in the know. Check out the Boss Rush banner from Andrew Millard asking, why do you think Hideo Kojima teaming up with what do you think of Hideo Kojima teaming up with Microsoft? Yeah, that's gonna get some people talking. There's also a game review from our good buddy Awick for Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker.
Ouch.
That's how you pronounce it?
Ouch. Yep.
Ouch. Thanks. You're the first person to tell me that, because I asked people, how do you pronounce his name, and no one was telling me that.
It's ouch.
Ouch. Okay.
Yep.
Thanks.
No problem.
And also, listen to what Stephanie, Corey, and I have to say about bad dating and bad habits over at the Boss Rush After Dark. All this and more can be found over at our bossrush.net website, where you can always check out more news and topics from our growing list of contributors and creators. And do not forget that there's a Discord with Boss Rush Network. Look it up. Boss Rush Network Discord. Yeah, you'll have fun. As always, you can chat with us and keep the conversation going by hitting us up on Twitter at ps_Crossroads to dish on more news, events, and topics while we're getting ready for the next installment of Crossroads. Thank you very much. This has been episode 85 of the Crossroads Podcast. Come back and join us for another show next week. And remember, like, rate, and subscribe. I like how I get to say that because I'm on YouTube tonight.
Mm-hmm. Don't forget to smash that like button.
Exactly. As a part of the Boss Rush Games family, we want you to all go out there, play games, be better about it, be safe, and have some fun. Like, keep watching these showcases. A lot of good stuff coming. This has been great. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.
Goodbye.
See y'all.